This has been their best field position so far, chaps, as they move it down to the right-hand edge.
There's a catch and pass here. Hazen-Mellors in a bit of space. Steps back on the inside. Was able to brush off the tackle of Parlour, but they're only 10 metres out now. Long ball. Hawkins. Ta'ua looking for a settler there. In fact, it's Lola here. Just to the right-hand side of the post. 9 metres out. Frame. Long ball to nobody. And Al Hazim had to pick it up. The old phantom pass there. Didn't find the mark. But the referee signals last tackle here. They're going to go left to Quinn. The number 7 for the Bunnies. Dribbles one in. It's picked up on the bounce. A little bit too much pepper on that one, Brownie. Big flame, Brownie. He's on everything.
Yeah, he's very busy, isn't he, chaps? And that's what you want from your number 9. And 6 again. And as they go wide, down the left-hand edge, and Daniel Wright will go over and score a try for the South Sydney Rabbitohs to lead 4-0.
Oh, yeah, beautiful football there. They pulled them apart down the middle of the field, and it was a catch and pass, and Daniel Wright in the corner. Ooh, he wants it again, the big fella. Hard-working middle forward. Nazareth Ta'ua in the South Sydney development system here. It's a catch and pass. Ruggles half through a hole. Beats one, gives it to the big speedy Hazen-Mellors. He beats one, beats two. Offload. Back to Hawkins. They're going to hold him up there. Great enterprising play by the Rabbits. Zane Ruggles playing some good football. As Frames thinks he sees something, gets it down. Try South Sydney Rabbitohs. A lot of ball here as they go out the back. Mbishi to Hannah. Hannah with a long ball. It's tipped on. There's going to be a try in the corner here to the Parramatta Eels. Dakota Cockeye, Eastern end. We go to Bangiri, ducks in the tackle. Lost his foot there a little bit. Lost his footing. So we go to Jaden Wolf. The mullet, the hair's flying around. Shades of Kerry Hemsley Brownie for the Tigers.
Yeah, it certainly was. Kerry Hemsley back in the 80s. Had the mullet, one of the best mullets in the game. As the Rabbitohs.
Bit of Joe Dirt about it too, Brownie.
Bit of fortunate penalty. Bit of Joe Dirt, yeah, certainly.
Not a bad movie, good laugh, Joe Dirt. As the ball boys are to go up in the grandstand, this crowd, they don't want to work, Brownie. They don't want to get that ball back as
wasting a bit of time here as Mellors, winger in, takes it up.
Mellors, yeah, takes that first settler. Brent Hawkins wants to tip it on to out the back to Sione Lola here. You know, I like what Spencer's doing there. He's setting blokes up on one side and he's going the other way with a bit of shape, and they're playing flat. They're trying to go through this South Sydney edge back row as big Jason Halley, the North Queenslander, on the field. Big body, you can see him. It's dummy from Riley Frame. He's into the backfield. 2-on-1. Pass it down to Ayache. Parramatta Eels come again. Matty Hunter puts a shot on and drops him right there on the 18-metre mark as they go a couple wide there to Al Hazim, the little nuggety back rower, out to Jaden Wolf. Jeez, the hair was flying around there. He had to go up high point and tapped it, got it back to himself. We're going to go to this side to Hawkins. He's going to put a crossfield kick to Hazen-Mellors. It was a great target. He tapped it back. They're going to stay knock on Parramatta Eels. He's frightening Hazen-Mellors when there's a high ball coming across the field. And the Bunnies will look to take it to half time. So going for the bit of a long kick there. Ruggles is going to pick it up. What's he got? He's got another kick too. Nicholas Quinn comes down the middle of the field, but Mbishi, the speeds that comes from the opposite side of the field to shut down that raid through Lokini. Spence shapes left, goes right to Lynn. Hoiks one right up. Bailey Smith has coughed it up. It's gone back to Matthew Hunter. He's passed it right down the middle of the field. And the big number 8, Nemea, scores, Brownie. Slowish play the ball. Samuel Taylor's looking left. He's looking to Quinn. Quinn turns Al Hazim underneath, as he's done all day. Al Hazim beats 1-2, slams it down. Try there for big Joshua Al Hazim. That's a good carry there from big Parlo on that left-hand side. They've won a penalty here. Avery comes in.
Yeah, Lola here.
Gets a legs tackle, cops one across the chops for his trouble.
Lola here just come over the top, high contact.
Tell you what, they're going to be, the match review committee is going to be, they'll have to take a couple of weeks off here. There's been about 16 blokes put on reporters. Matty Hunter puts one out, and a little touch finer, wasn't too much in it there. Daniel Wright could have maybe tapped that one back as Linney pushes it on to Big Namia, the try scorer. He pumps the legs, Namia, as they go out the back there. To Lynn, he goes short to the 16, William Lewis. Only thing that splits them is a Brent Hawkins is 3 from 3 from the boot. And Matty Hunter is 2 from 3. As looks like Namia again. Look at these legs pumping. He's busted through the first tackle. He's into the backfield. Uses his fend. He's now up to the fullback. Smith makes a legs tackle. Gets bumped off. What a run off the kickoff from Namia.
Yeah, they're full of running, the Parramatta Eels.
As they go wide, they try and take advantage of this. Avery, short ball, out the back to Palu. They have gone 98 metres off the kickoff here, only in a couple of plays. They're going to go back to the middle of the field. Hunter looks to turn a few underneath. He goes out the back to Lynn. As they get it out to Stratus, catch and pass. Richard Penasini in the corner. They have gone back to back, the Parramatta Eels. They hit the lead. As Matty Hunter puts one up, looking for a good kick chase here. It's a little bit deep, and he gets turned inside out there. The big Rabbitohs winger, Hazen Mellis, beats the first bloke. 2 on 1. Matty Hunter tackles him, legs tackle. Settle one up, closer to the sticks. What have they got here, the Bunnies? They get out the back of shape to Hawkins, gives it to Quinn. Quinn turns, Bailey Smith underneath, 2 on 1. Daniel Wright in the corner, try South Sydney. TV. Parramatta Eels versus the Rabbitohs in New South Wales Cup. Looks like there's a couple of changes to both sides as they go left here. Powerful run there from Big Palu, and he goes around and scores a great rugby league try. Just bust through the South Sydney right edge defence.
Dragged back into in goal and nice.
Hazen Mellors goes up above the pack and comes down with it. That's the basketball talent coming up there. We can thank Mum for that, as they made a defensive decision there. The winger, Daniel Wright, came in. Even though he fell off the tackle, it was a try saver. It had to be made. It's kept South Sydney in this game. Last tackle. Scrappy play the ball. Lynn pokes one in. It comes off a South Sydney player. Bounces up in the air to the captain, Matt Hunter, and that might be it, Brownie. That might be enough to get them home. Matthew Hunter try in the inner city of Sydney, and the referee's seen enough. He's called the end of this game. Parramatta Eels 32, South Sydney Rabbitohs 22.